Whenever I'm going through something and remember that I do not have a child, I feel better. Knowing that I did not subject anyone to this makes me feel better. When I see crazy things happening in this world and remember that I do not have a child, I feel better. I've told myself that I will continue to be here, but I will never bring a child into this world. I will continue to be here, not because I like being here. This world is stupid. Society isn't working. People are living a lie. How do I know that society is not working? I know because many people are not happy. If society was working, people would be happy. But people are not happy. Some people think that other people are happy because people lie a lot, you see? People lie about how they're feeling. They want people to think that they're doing better than they're doing. Each and every person that you know is doing worse than you think they're doing. People lie. People think that society is working because of people that are lying, because of people waking up in the morning and going to work, people going to school, people building big machines, the technology that we have. People think that society is working because of that. No, it's not working. People are not happy. They are not working very hard because they want to be working very hard. That's what you must understand. People are not doing the things that they're doing every day because they want to do these things. They're doing these things because they're in a trap. Society is a trap. That is why I feel good about not the fact that I do not have children. I know that there are people who have children who are watching this video. I have a lot of respect for them because it's not easy to realize when you have made a mistake in the past. It's not easy. People are very arrogant. Yeah. People would rather believe things that make them feel good. It doesn't matter if what they believe is not true. It doesn't matter if continuing to believe what they believe is going to make them do stupid shit. It doesn't matter. So I have a lot of respect for people who have realized that having children is wrong, even after having children. It shows me that you are very intellectually honest. You just didn't know that you were making a mistake. Growing up, I didn't think that having children was wrong. If I didn't experience the things that I've experienced, I wouldn't think that having children is wrong. I became an internatalist in 2018. I could have had a child before, I turning 25. I think I was 25 when I became an internatalist. There are many people that I know who have, had many children before they even turn 25. So I could have had children. Because I thought that having children was actually good. I didn't know what I know. But having children now, knowing what I know, would be very, very stupid. It would be very, very stupid. Sometimes I'm really grateful for the things that I've experienced because I would not have realized what I've realized. And I know that I'm right, because people would think, if you didn't experience what you've experienced, then you'll be seeing the world differently. Maybe you'll be viewing this world in a positive light. Like, no, I know that I'm right. How do I know that I'm right? Because when I talk to people about what's going on, they actually do confirm that I'm actually right. The problem is that it's so hard for them to admit to themselves that they've made the wrong decision, because most of the people that I talk to already have children. So it's so hard for them to admit to themselves that they've made the wrong decision. That's why I'm saying that I really have a lot of respect for people who have children but who still became internalists. Because being an internalist does not mean that you're child free. This is what a lot of people do not get. Like, a person that is child free is an internalist, or you cannot be an internalist if you have children. No. But you cannot be child free if you have children. Being an internalist is, having the realization that bringing children into this world is actually wrong. Looking at the amount of suffering that people have to experience in this world, even though they did not consent to being here. Some people say that suffering isn't bad. They're right. It isn't always bad, So they're right. They're right. The problem is when you bring people into this world and they suffer even though they did not consent to being here, that is actually fucked up. Especially if they end up realizing that this world is fucked up. Especially if they end up realizing that this world is a trap and they do not even want to be here. That is what's fucked up. You see? Whenever we talk about antinatalism, we shouldn't make people think that we don't want to have children because there is suffering in this world. Like, that's the main reason why we're not having children. No, the main reason is that it is wrong to bring a child into a world where there's suffering. Even if there was no suffering, it will still be wrong. I imagine how I'll be feeling right now if I had children, looking at what's going on in the world. Maybe I'll be hoping that they do not reach this realization that I've reached, because they would feel much worse just knowing what I know. The good thing, about knowing what I know is that you're not going to make stupid decisions. But it's not easy, It's not easy to know that you are in a trap when you're in a trap. If you are in a trap thinking that it's heaven, you might feel better. It's easy to feel good when you believe you are in heaven. I mean, your brain can be tricked. You can trick your brain. Your brain is the easiest thing to trick. Now, that's what you must realize. Your brain is the easiest thing to trick. So yeah, if you do not see what is really going on, if you believe that this world was created by a God that loves this world, and this God is going to save everyone in the end, or maybe some people, not everyone, you're gonna feel good, because you will have tricked your brain. You will have made yourself believe that this world is good. That's why people say, it has to do with how you view the world. You can view the world in a way that makes you feel good, and that's what actually matters. It doesn't matter if you're not viewing the world accurately. That's why people are making stupid decisions. People are not happy. And they know that they're not happy, but they just have to keep on lying to themselves because there isn't much to do other than, lie to yourself when you are in this trap. So I really do feel good knowing that I did not subject anyone to this. Now, there's so much struggle in this world, man. There's so much struggle for a life that no one asked for. For a life that can be taken away at any moment. People, die. Horrible death. Even when they're not sick, accidents happen. People get killed. Can you imagine working your whole life? Doing things the right way, saving money, and die before spending that money, die before enjoying your life. You can say that this world is not anyone's friend. It's crazy to me that we actually have to do evil things in order to be successful in this world. It's crazy to me that it's actually much easier to do things that are harmful than, to do things that are good. It's much easier to kill someone than to save someone's life. I mean, think about it. If I wanted to make someone feel the worst pain right now, if I decided that within the next 20 minutes I will make someone feel the worst pain, and the pain that's worse than any pain that they've ever felt. If I can decide right now that I'm going to cause someone to feel a lot of pain, I'll be able to do that. But if I decided that I want to make someone feel very happy, happier than they've ever felt in their life, do you think I'll be able to do that? No. It's much easier to cause harm than to do good. Because even when people want to do good, they don't have the power to actually do things that are good, things that are actually gonna change people's lives. There are people who want to do good but who are really, really broke. They don't have money, so they cannot change anyone's life. But if they decided to do something that's harmful, that's why school shooters kill people, kill innocent people, because they can. They are hurt. They've experienced a lot of pain, so they decided, what, let me go and kill everyone, and they end up causing pain that people never even get to recover from. But if people that have killed people, like people who have shot at school, who are in prison right now, decided that they wanted to do something that is really good, something that's gonna change the world for the better, they wouldn't be able to do that. They wouldn't have been able to do that. It was much easier for them to shoot up a school than to actually do things that are gonna change people's lives for the better. That should tell you something. There's a reason why people who are actually evil win in this world. You win by doing evil shit. And there's no karma. People will lie to you. There is no morality in this world. There is no right or wrong. You just do what makes you happy. That's the truth. The universe doesn't care. That's what you must realize. People think that morality exists. No, it doesn't. It never did. It doesn't exist. People just do what they want to do. This world does not care. The universe does not care what you do. That is why the people are doing horrible things and they're getting away with doing these horrible things. People tell themselves that, oh, God, you know, sees what is going on, and these people that are doing horrible things are going to be punished in the end. They're gonna go to hell. Like, man, really? Do you think people don't think sometimes in this life? Do you think that if God existed and He created this world, He would care if we are doing things that are harmful? I mean, don't you realize that we are here to do things that are harmful? Don't you realize that we have so much power? We have so much power, and we can do things that are harmful. And it's much easier to do things that are harmful, and it's actually more rewarding to do things that are harmful than doing things that are actually good. That is why there are many companies that are, doing things that are harmful but making money, and they don't give a fuck because they're making money. Lots of artists that are making shitty music, music that they know is harmful, but they're making money. Lots of rappers rapping about guns. They know that shit is fucking harmful, but they're making money. It's about the money. Lots of people that are selling drugs. Lots of people that are selling drugs. They know that drugs are harmful, but it's about the money. Lots of people that are selfish. Lots of people that are greedy. A lot of people that are taking more for themselves and leaving less for people. The 1%, people that own everything. They know that's not good, but they're greedy. You see, they wanna be happy. They wanna be satisfied. You see, we're not supposed to be satisfied. That is why we continue to do things that are harmful. Do you think that if we were meant to be satisfied, we wouldn't be satisfied right now? If we were meant to be satisfied, do you think we would not be satisfied right now? Do you think that we would still be selfish? You can see that if this world was created by a God, He wouldn't want us to be doing good things. He wouldn't want us to be kind. He would want us to do exactly what we're doing, because that's what we were programmed to do. He wants animals, He wants predators to hunt and kill their prey. He has programmed them to actually want to do that. And whether they, what's crazy is that even if a lion didn't want to hunt and kill, it will have to, because hunger makes you feel uncomfortable. Hunger makes humans feel uncomfortable. Hunger makes animals feel uncomfortable. So a lion has to hunt in order to escape the discomfort of hunger. You see? Because it can't eat grass. So do you see that even if this world was created by God, He would want us to be doing the crazy shit that we're doing. He would want us to be doing the crazy shit that we're doing. So don't ever lie to yourself. Don't ever believe that this world is good. This world was created by a being that loves us, and we're the ones that are doing things wrong. The fuck? Bro, people were born here without their consent and found themselves, having to do horrible things in order to survive, because they've been conditioned to believe that they must survive. They gotta survive and have everything that they want. They must have children. They must gain wealth, drive fancy cars, live in big houses, all this shit. So trust me. If God existed, it wouldn't be good. If this world was created by a God, that God isn't good. That is a fact. There's a fact that you can never dispute. If this world was created by a God, it will be evil. And the crazy thing is that he wouldn't even know that it's evil. You see, he wouldn't even know that it's evil, because you can't know that you're evil. Knowing that you are evil actually makes you less evil. You see? That's why the most evil people are the people who do not know that they are evil. You see? Because once you realize, look, I know I'm evil. That is why I have decided that I'm not going to continue consuming any more products, because that is fucking evil. I know that I'm evil. I know that the world is evil. That is why I've decided that I'm not going to bring a child into this world. You see? I know that I'm evil. That's why I keep on working on myself. What is it that I do not understand? That's making me cause harm. What is it that I do not understand that's, making me do things that are actually harmful in this world? That's causing other people to suffer. No, I keep on working on myself each and every day, trying to be better, trying to, minimize suffering, trying to minimize the suffering that I can cause. Just because I realize that I'm evil. I am evil, for real. People be like, I am evil, I do get angry. Although I keep on working on myself, that even when I do get angry, people don't ever realize that, this dude is actually angry. Like, I keep on working on myself. I'm like, I want to be, that human that is just, I want to reach enlightenment. Let me put it that way, and I think one of the best ways to reach enlightenment is by working on yourself each and every day. You can feel angry, but don't allow anger to control you. So that's what I've been working on, making sure that anger does not control me, because anger used to control me when I was young, but now anger does not control me. If it did, I would be doing crazy shit. So I know I'm evil because I am capable of doing crazy things. I just keep on working on myself. I just keep on taming myself. You see? Because when you get angry, you do think of doing horrible things, but you just decide, like, you know what, man? Anger is just chemical reactions in my brain, I'm smarter, I know that I don't want to do stupid shit. I know that I don't want to hurt anyone. So let me work on myself. Let me work on, controlling my anger. Let me find ways to channel my anger. Oh, let me make videos. Let me talk about the things that I'm seeing in this world. That's going to make me feel better. And it does. You see, that's why I'm making videos. It does make me feel better to be able to express myself as honestly as I can. To be able to have real conversations with people about what is going on. Because you don't get to do that with people that you live with. You don't get to do that with your friends. You may try to tell them that, yo, man, this is what's going on, but they don't want to understand you. Not that many people understand what is really going on and what is the best thing that we can do. People are too attached to this. That's why when you say, well, the best thing that we can do is now I have children, they say, well, if we stop having children, it will mean that we'll die out. We'll go extinct. Like, yeah, that's the whole point. It's not like that's bad. You just think that it's bad because, you know, you were hardwired for survival. You're supposed to value this, but it's not. It's not great. It's like if you got high from drugs and started feeling all these crazy emotions that make you love something that you don't even love. That's kind of how this is. It's chemical reactions in your brain that making you feel like you love this, that are making you feel like this is meaningful. It's not like this is really meaningful. It's not meaningful. It's completely meaningless. Completely meaningless. We must realize that this world was never good. There was never a time in history when this world was good. It was never good. But people think that it's good and we must be having children. Having children is the greatest thing ever. Being a dad is the greatest thing ever. Being a mother is the greatest thing ever. You watch people sacrifice a lot because they're searching for meaning. Sacrifice a lot just trying to find meaning. And they have children and actually realize that they'll never find meaning. There are many people who have had children who are regretting having children for real because they realize that they've been lied to. People made them believe that having children was going to make their lives better. It was going to make their lives meaningful. No, life is meaningless. Nothing's going to make this life meaningful. Let me tell you this. If you want to, do something that you can actually convince yourself is meaningful, it mustn't be something that causes harm. And it mustn't be something that forces other people to behave a certain way. It must have a lot to do with you. It must have a lot to do with you than it has to do with other people. You can't really create meaning by forcing people into existence, forcing them to be what they do not want to be, forcing them to play by your rules. You can't create meaning by doing that. You can create meaning by being yourself, by being real, by reaching higher levels of consciousness in this meaningless world. You can create meaning by realizing that this world is meaningless and deciding not to bring more people here. I mean, that's a good thing to do, right? But people have been conditioned to think in a way that is making them cause unnecessary harm. No, they've been conditioned to think in a way that actually works against them. Because people are not free. You must understand that if you bring children into this world, you're not going to be free. You are already not free. If you bring children into this world, you're going to find yourself in another prison, in another matrix. Why make things hard for you? Bringing children into this world that are not even going to be autonomous. You're not free. Your children are not going to be free. You're bringing them into a trap that you are in. And you are going to suffer with them. You can see that that's illogical. It's very illogical to bring children into this world for most people. For most people, it's illogical. Maybe if you're Elon Musk, because you'll be that rich, but most of y'all are broke. Most of y'all are working shitty jobs. Most of y'all don't have power in this world. So it doesn't make sense to be having children, you know. Or maybe if you are Elon Musk. And this does not mean that it is good to have children when you are rich. It just means that there's freedom. There's more freedom when you have money. No, there's more freedom when you have money. So if really you want to bring children into this world so that they'll dominate the world and cause suffering, then you gotta have money. But if you are bringing children into this world to be slaves, that's just fucking retarded. You see? So if you're like, you know what, I want to create humans that are going to be like me, that are going to control the world and all that, so I would say it makes sense for you. It's not stupid for you. Even though it's not good, it doesn't mean that bringing a person that has not consented to being here is a good thing, you know, because you'd always be doing it for selfish reasons. But if you have money and you want your children to be powerful and control the world, I would say it is not stupid for you, even though it is wrong. But for most people here, it's actually illogical and stupid for them to be having children, because they're slaves. They're not free. They don't control anything. They don't own anything. You have nothing. But you still be having children and sending them to school without shoes. They have to depend on the fucking government for everything. They don't even get good education. The crazy thing is that when they do not make it, like, let's just say they do not pass at school, you'll be mad at them, right? Because they'll be forced to conform. They have to play by the rules. Doesn't matter if these rules are good for them or not. It doesn't matter. I remember Einstein said something important. He said you cannot judge a fish by its ability to fly. I like that. But parents, when they send their kids to school, that's exactly what they're doing. They don't even recognize a simple fact. People are different. Your child is not you. You know, you can have a child that's actually different, that actually sees things differently, that has different talents. But because you're broke, because you're not free, because you do not have power, you'll be forcing that kid to go to school. You have to go to school first. I understand that you have your own talents, but what if it doesn't work out? What if it doesn't work out? What you're basically saying is that be a slave. Because really, what are you saying? You bring a child into this world and that child is like, you know what, fuck school. I got dreams, you know, this is what I want to do. You're like, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. You even get angry at them. Fucking retard. So children grow up with trauma, you see? They grow up traumatized because they were forced to conform, forced to neglect aspects of themselves that make them themselves, aspects of themselves that make them great, aspects of themselves that actually make them happy. They're forced to neglect this aspect of themselves because they're supposed to fit in. But you people still don't see that that is slavery. You understand that you were forced to neglect aspects of yourself when you went to school. You weren't supposed to be yourself. Schools ain't teaching you to be yourself. They'll tell you to be yourself, but they're lying to you. They do not want you to be yourself. They will tell you to be yourself, but they do not want you to be yourself. They want you to play by their rules. You being yourself means that you must be playing by their rules. You see, that's what they mean. They'll say that you playing by their rules is you being yourself. It's you being sane. It's you being normal. No, it isn't. You being yourself is really you being yourself. Being an entity, not controlled by nobody. Thinking the thoughts that you want to think, doing the things that you want to do, being autonomous. Autonomy is that important. No? Being able to eat what you want to eat, smoke what you want to smoke. And yes, if you want to be part of society, you at least be responsible enough to not violate other people's autonomy. That's it. That would be good. If you were free enough to be yourself, but still realize that, okay, I live in society. I do not live alone in this world. So let me not make other people's lives hard. Harder than it should be, because life is already hard. We're brought in hell. That would be good. But nah. You're forced to play by the rules that you did not even create. Because these rules were not even created for you to be happy. They were created for you to be obedient, for you to be a slave, for you to be easy to control. That's it. It had nothing to do with you becoming happy. That is why, since you were young, you were being programmed to be obedient. You were being programmed to neglect aspects of yourself that make you you. You were being programmed to worship your leaders, listen to your leaders, taking their values more seriously than you take yours. You were supposed to be a slave. So can you imagine how fucked up it would be for me to have a child knowing what I know, understanding what I understand? It would be completely illogical. I don't think people understand freedom. Like, what is freedom? What does it really mean to be free? People are just settling for whatever, you know what I mean? Like, they're here, so they just have to settle for whatever, and they think that whatever they're settling for is good. It isn't good. It's not good enough. You cannot be having kids if they're not gonna come here and be free. If they're gonna come here and have to do things that they do not want to do in order to survive. That is not freedom. That is fucked up. That's torture. You've never looked at life this way before because you've been getting brainwashed since you were young. You weren't allowed to think for yourself. Do you see the problem? That's why I'm happy that I've experienced the things that I've experienced, because I wouldn't be having this insight. I'll be an idiot too. I remember I used to tell my ex that I want to have as many children as possible. You know, it's not like I was always an internationalist. No, I wasn't always an internationalist. I would tell my ex, you know, I want to have as many children as possible. I'll be telling her, like, you know, and she'll be like, you know, what if I can't have that many kids? Like, I mean, you'll understand, you know, I'm just gonna have kids with other women. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga? That was fucked up, man. I can't believe I used to say things like that. But I used to say that. And I meant what I was saying. Because I didn't understand what I understand. I didn't know what I know. But now I understand what I understand. And I'm really happy that I understand what I understand. You know? That's why I do not regret my past. I'm like, dude, if I didn't go through the things that I went through, I wouldn't be understanding what I understand. So, yeah, I'm grateful that I understand what I understand. I'm not in love with this world. So even if the things that I've experienced are going to maybe make me think in a way that's limiting, maybe I could, maybe I won't be able to reach my full potential because of the trauma that I've experienced, the pain that I've experienced. I do not care, because knowing that I shouldn't be subjecting anyone to this amount of suffering is better. There are things that I know that I do not want to do, things that can actually help me succeed a lot in this world, but I'm like, I just don't want any of this shit. Like, I don't care. So, like, I don't wanna be too attached to this world. No, I don't want to be too attached to this world. I want to live a simple life and be real. Every day I'm working on myself, trying to figure out how I can be more free. How I can, find myself saying what I need to say. Doing what I need to do. Doing things that I won't regret. Because if you're not going to be yourself, if you're going to live in fear, you're going to regret a lot of things. But if you are free enough to do what you want to do, you won't regret anything, because you'll be doing what you want to do. There are things that I've tried to do and failed, but I don't regret trying to do these things. Why? Because that's exactly what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to try. I wasn't supposed to be living in fear. So I'm proud of myself for trying. But if I didn't try, I wouldn't be proud of myself. So yeah, I want to live a simple life, be able to speak my truth, I want to be able to live in a way that's going to be an example to other people. Like, actually, that's the way to live life, I want people that I live with to be like, yeah, this nigga, like, this nigga can think, man. Like, I really love how he lives his life, he's not making lots of mistakes. I want to live like that. Or this guy is very stable. This guy doesn't allow anything to get to him. I want to, be that type of a person. I want to be that real. I want to be that stable. I don't want to find myself in this matrix, I don't want to find myself in this red race that everyone is in. Because it doesn't help. The truth is, this world is not good. So, it's better to keep things as simple as possible. Thank you all, guys.